Welcome to Running Breakdown. I'm David and this is the Saucony Endorphin Pro. Okay, so let's take a look at the upper here on the Saucony Endorphin Pro. It's a 3D mesh upper, so going to be very accommodating here in the forefoot area. A lot of toe splay, but not loosey-goosey like some of the Ultra shoes are in their range. No, it's that perfect balance there of accommodating, so your toes don't cramp up too much in the longer races. Yeah, enough form fit here to actually get you through corners very well at a higher pace speed. Midfoot lockdown was perfect, had no issues there with my midfoot area, and the pressure points around here and also on the top of your ankle here were alleviated due to an elastic band here underneath here, and the suede tongue area at the top here actually helps with the lace lock area. So if you need a bit of extra lockdown, if you have skinnier ankles, that will actually help take away the pressure point there. It's a gusseted tongue. Let's have a little look at it here so you can see it's fully gusseted. Almost looks sort of neoprene, like some of the Nike weathered shoes, but actually it's very breathable, and as you get closer you'll see some holes perforated in it, and that kind of is the theme for the upper. It's very breathable. It's going to drain very well if you have any bad conditions. It's just going to be a great shoe for airy hot weather, and also if it rains it's going to breathe and sort of get rid of that moisture in a race, which is kind of what you need. The heel area, some people are going to not have a great time with this, especially if you are a less neutral runner, although the midsole and the outsole does help with some of the stability issues. The heel area here is completely collapsible. It does have a little bit of rigidity with this spine here that's sewn in just to keep the weight down. If they put in a heel lock area, you're sort of adding an extra 20-30 grams with that plastic heeling in and all the adhesive that's needed with that. You're talking about 20 to 30 grams extra weight, and on a shoe that's kind of trying to be on par with Nike's sort of weight area, it needed to really be a lot more free around the back here to get rid of some of that weight. Okay, so let's move on to the midsole. It's a PWRRUN PB midsole, so it is a PBAX, similar to Nike's PB midsole. What is different about this is it's pelleted. Now what that means is you get more rigidity, longer life, and a more stable ride because it is pelleted. So it naturally has a more controlled collapse. You'd find in the Nike shoes that the whole shoe would collapse on its heel area as you stood down on it. This does not happen in this shoe. It's a far more stable ride, controlled ride, still for the neutral runner, although someone who has a small amount of sort of medial side collapsing will do fine in this shoe. It has got higher walls here along your arch and also on the lateral side as well, just to help you through your natural stride. And no matter what way you land, it's just going to pop you into the middle of your stride and pop you straight off again. That's the speed roll technology. That's the S curve here, the S curve being the carbon plate that's in the shoe. It's going to land you, it's going to move you into the middle of your foot, going to push you over into your stride and straight through, super fast, super efficient. And I found the ride a lot more enjoyable, far more natural than any of the Vaporfly series. And that's just going to help you later on in the race as well when your form breaks down. Having a midsole like this is just going to be on your side. It's going to have a longer lifespan as well due to the pelleting. It's going to hold its rigidity longer. It's not going to collapse as much, and it's not going to break down as much. So Saucony are actually saying this could last as long as the Kinvara. Personally, I'm quite light-footed, so I expect it to last a lot longer than any of my Kinvara shoes. And also with the outsole being fairly well well managed with the grip. It could last even longer. The only issue I have with the shoe is I'd worry about the upper breaking down before the midsole or the outsole personally. Okay, so let's talk about the outsoles here on the Saucony Endorphin Pro. It's got a nice bit of coverage here on the outsole. What's great to see is there's a lot of the toe area here is well covered with grip. It's quite a bit thicker as well, so you're going to get a lot of mileage off that toe off area, which is where I normally see a bit of wear. The midfoot area is going to stay a little bit more sparse to help with the flex and the roll of the shoe. And these guidelines, this is basically where you're going to roll off into your toe and off you go. What's great about this shoe is what you don't see from other brands. They've actually done this side walling. What this does is it gives it extra rigidity, a bit more security in cornering as well. Just holds the midfoot together, makes it a more stable ride and gets you through those corners faster and better than any of the other shoes on the market. And the heel area is a bit sparse here with the rubber, but I don't actually tend to land here on the end of my foot. The only wear you have here is where I've been stopping at the lights. Yeah, the midsole is fairly exposed, but I wouldn't expect to see any wear on this, to be honest, unless you go on some form of gravel area. I'd expect the shoe to last upwards of 400 miles with the rubber coverage here, especially at higher speeds. If you're going at lower speeds, it could last even longer. Okay, so let's go over who I think this shoe is for, what you should be using it for, and the good and the bad bits about the shoe that you might need to know in the future if you're going to purchase this shoe. Weight-wise, it's the same as the Nike Vaporfly series. It's going to be a great shoe for someone who's a midfoot, forefoot striker who's going to really throw their all into a race. This is on par with Nike. Okay, just from the outset, on par with Nike. It's more stable. Personally, I prefer it in shorter races. You can go through your stride a bit easier due to the out pattern here and the extra bit of support you get from the outsole, as well as the S-Strike technology that just guides you through your stride. For the heavier runner, perhaps mid-pack, backpacker runner, it's going to be great as well. The heel is just going to land, it's going to pop you into your midfoot, throw you through your stride, and you're going to be on your way super fast and in a controlled manner. Sometimes it gets a little bit wild, the Nike shoes at lower paces. People on the front foot don't seem to have any issues, but anyone landing sort of in the rear of their foot find that shoe very unstable. You will not get that with this shoe. It has a rather large sort of flared heel area, so when you do land on your heel, it's gonna move you into the middle of your shoe. S-Strike's gonna take over and it's gonna throw you through your stride. For the sort of mid-packer to the front of the pack, this shoe's gonna be great for you. It's fast, it's light, it's got that enough cushion, you don't sink in, you have that perfect balance of cushion and speed. And like I said with the S-Roll, it's just going to keep you guided even when you get tired in the later stages of a race. This shoe's just going to be on your side, it's going to be a friend, and it's going to get you over the line in the best possible way. Highly breathable, like I said, great outsole coverage, so you're going to get a lot of miles from this shoe, far more than I feel you'd get performance-wise from the Nike series. The pelleted foam just holds up so much better over time. Gives you that more stable ride. So yeah, anyone looking for a slightly more stable ride with a light race shoe, great for the shorter races as well as the longer races. It's going to help you with that more technical terrain as well. And it's cheaper at £190 or $200. This shoe is a steal, £60 cheaper than Nike. Same weight, same performance, better outsole, better stability. Thank you all for watching. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe below. Tap the like button for me, it helps me out a lot. You can follow me on Instagram, David Runs a lot. And I hope to see you all again very soon. I'm going to have loads more videos coming up. I haven't got much else to do these days, so expect to see my face a lot more. And stay safe and see you all again soon. Thank you.